Good afternoon and welcome to the second edition of the Hawk Zone. Alongside Coach Brian Moore, I'm Jordan Taylor. Coach, how has practice been this week as you prepare for the Bobcats?
Practice has been pretty good. We're trying to not get complacent and work hard and hopefully get another win this Friday.
Thanks, Coach. We're going to highlight week 2 of the high school football season. Stay tuned. You're in the Hawk Zone.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That changed my life.
At that moment, it hit me. This is why I joined the Guard. We're soldiers, always ready to protect our country. But we've also got communities. Family, friends, neighbors who count on us. I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life to somebody from my hometown.
See what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
Welcome back to the Hawk Zone, Southside High School's football recap show. Coach, Friday night your guys picked up their first road win of the season. How well did they play?
They played very well. You know, losing for so many years, we're kind of concerned there at halftime with the lead that we thought we might get complacent and go nuts, but we kept our composure and stayed with it.
Let's get straight to the action from the win. On the first play, we have Kay Willingham with a handoff to C.J. Hunt.
Yeah, it is a handoff. In the stat book, it goes down as a pass. I don't know if my stat guy is accurate on that. I covered that with him. I'm glad he brought that one in there. That's a good play.
Next, we have a pass play from Cade over to, I can't tell the number. I think it's Mark Ballard over there.
It was a pretty good completion. Against their cover 3, we thought we'd be able to expose both sides and even the seams, and he did a very good job there.
Another pass play here to C.J. We thought he got in here.
Yeah, it was 3rd and 5 or 6, and I think we still ended up picking up the first down, so that was a good play.
Brick hands by your running back?
A little bit. You know, he's better at catching the ball to the side rather than over the middle, so he's kind of out of his element on that snap.
First touchdown by Cade there to make it 6-0. Fayette-Ware then gets the ball and tries a counter play.
Yeah, the counter was our best play against Bolivar, and we knew that was put most of our emphasis during the week on that play, and we did a pretty good job all night of stopping it.
Next, we have a hard hit from Ricky Beard and Timothy McGowan.
Yeah, I got on Ricky last week about being soft against a quarterback, so hopefully he'll step it up. He did there, and hopefully he'll step it up again this week.
Another pass. Mark Ballard gets burnt here.
I don't know if he actually got burnt. It was a good ball, good catch. He's just got to have a little more oomph in him next time.
A toss play outside.
Yeah, with their speed, that was anything on the perimeter was a big worry for us. But the way we stacked our defense right there, it worked out pretty good all night.
Back on offense. Kay scrambles and gets lucky. C.J. Hunt bails him out.
He does. That's just, you know, a little bit of a scramble drill. But it's good completion. Glad that we came down with it, not them, because that ball floated for a pretty good while. Right here, we're trying to expose the seams. I think it's a pass over the middle to Bernie. Yes, they didn't cover the seams against anybody in Bolivar, so we knew that was going to be open all night. So we ended up hitting Drew 2 good long passes for touchdowns there.
12-0 score back on defense.
Yeah, wing T, they're blocking down, kicking out, and pulling the guards. So, and they abandoned that after a while. All we had to do was stuff it for about the first quarter.
Another pass here that Cordell Bass breaks up at the last second.
Bass did stick him pretty hard. It was bootleg, which the defensive line helped us out all night, messing up the quarterback's timing on that. And Bass comes down right here with a pick. So anytime you can break the momentum down in the red zone, that's good. We did the same thing against O'Brien. Hopefully we can continue that this week with McNary.
Towards the end of the first half here, we have a pass from Cade to C.J. C.J. fumbles.
It was the same third down play we did earlier, and this time he did not tuck the ball as efficiently as he should have. He kept 2 hands on it and didn't tuck it at all, so that's going to happen when you aren't disciplined later in the game.
Fayette-Ware back on offense here. Have a toss play. It's fumbled, and Big McGowan picks it up.
And again, just our disruption with our defensive line getting the penetration there in the middle messed the quarterback's timing up, so everything else followed suit afterwards.
Back on offense. Another pass from Cade to Drew Burney for another touchdown.
And again, we exposed the seams there because they had one high safety, which gives their hashes wide open for that.
Hey, how's it feel to have somebody kick a field goal?
It feels good. And, Brandon Smith came out. This is the first night that he had dressed, and he's done a good job for us. And we're hoping we can use him more in the year.
How about an interception here by Cade?
Yeah, I believe it's the very beginning of the second half, and just floated too high. It's supposed to be a cover 2 fade, which is a bullet, and he threw it like it was a bomb.
Another touchdown, Tyreek?
Yes.
Or Jay?
I think that was Thorpe. Just good hard running down there. On the goal line, anywhere inside the red zone, that's more about passion. Who wants it more rather than the scheme, and we wanted it more of that snap.
Back on defense, last play of the first half.
Same thing. We got so much penetration on defensive line. Their coach said in their paper that our defensive line was the fastest defensive line he thought he'd see all year, and I don't agree with him per se, but it is what it is. We made the play there.
That's all for the first half of highlights. We'll be right back after this short commercial break with highlights from the second half.
Southside High School.
From performing a Shakespearean play in front of a crowd of up to 1,000
to conducting experiments in the lab,
Winning a state championship.
While reading exhilarating novels.
Fixing your flat tire.
And making test scores out of this world.
From producing a weekly TV show.
To fulfilling duties to our country.
In fulfilling our duties to you.
Southside.
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 Hawks! The sky is never the limit.
Welcome back to the Hawk Zone. Coach, towards the end of the third quarter, you gave some younger guys some playing time. Was that the plan all along?
It was. I mean, if you're ever going to get a big lead like that, you hate to travel those guys an hour and not play them. So I definitely like to play everybody that was dressed, and we did get to do that. So that's something to take pride in.
Let's get straight to the action from the second half. First play on the onside kick.
Yeah, you probably want to pause this one right here. At the halftime, we were up 26-0, and it's kind of an eerie feeling. The last time we lost to Fayette-Ware, the final score of regulation was 26-26. So that still had me quite a bit concerned because you never know how a team's going to react when they're up a big lead. A lot of teams will turn it down and have a team come back and get in the ball game with them. So we definitely wanted to try to get the ball back here on this surprise onside kick and get the momentum and get that 26 number off the scoreboard is my main thing. And it worked. I mean, Jordan Taylor, practiced it so much, so it's all you. It wasn't me. So hats off to you.
Let's move on to the next play.
Next play, not so much.
Interception. It was in the first half highlights, but it was in the second half.
Again, he should have threw a bullet right there in that window, but he didn't. And again, that's just he's getting excited because we got the ball back, and he just thought he was going to make a pretty highlight tape, but he made the other kid's highlight tape.
Fayette-Ware on offense. I believe this could be another interception by Cordell Bass.
It is, and obviously from that he ended up being our defensive player of the week. He was suspended the first week, so hopefully that taught him a little bit of a lesson and the rest of the guys. It's always good when you can win without your leaders out there, and we did that with O'Brien, so hopefully he'll be straight the rest of the year.
Mark Ballard with a catch on the edge.
He did a good job tucking it there and not giving up a easy turnover.
Fumble snap and still score.
Yeah, by rule you're supposed to pick that ball up and just run it, but I'm glad Cade handed it off. When we don't get the quarterback hit very often, that's always a good thing.
Fayette-Ware then takes it down and scores, make it 33-8 after the 2-point lead.
They do. They started off with a double tight end set that we couldn't line up to real good, so that's when they started moving the ball. If they did that all night, it would have been a lot closer game.
2-point conversion play here. Little toss.
Yeah, just a little bit of over pursuing. The first several of the game, we contained them, but they were second half. They were getting a little down on themselves, so they didn't hit the edge as fast as they usually did.
Now it's time to run out the clock. Pass play to C.J. Hunt on the edge.
Good play, just quick route again against cover 3. They're bailing, they're giving you the short stuff, so we're just trying to take what they give us.
You got some second string guys in now with a handoff to Tyreek, or a pitch to Tyreek actually for another touchdown.
Yeah, I just broke a few tackles. Again, last week I said his stat that you don't see is all the yards after contact, and he had quite a few yards after contact Friday night.
Final score was 40-8 with the Southside Hawks getting the victory. Coach, we're now going to talk about some key players from Friday night's win against Fayette-Ware. Offensively, we have Tyreek Robinson with 11 rushes for 87 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Tariq did a good job, just like he did last week. Of course, if we knew the stats, we would try to get him to 100 yards. It's always a good thing to take pride for the offensive lineman to have a running back that runs for 100 yards.
Cannon Cade was 17 for 24, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns, 71% completion, 1 interception, and 1 rushing touchdown.
He did a lot better checking at the line of scrimmage on a few plays. If we could just get rid of that one bad play right at the beginning of the second half on that pick, he would have had a heck of a day. Of course, he was a Jackson Sun Player of the Week, so I can't argue too much.
The better Bernie with 5 receptions, 85 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
The better Bernie. Well, the Bernie is probably going to finally have his real jersey this week. He's probably going to go back to number 10. I hope we don't mess him up, because if it messes him up, he's going to have to wear 15 the whole year.
Why does he have 15?
Well, some of these kids, you know, at the end of the day, they're 14, 17-year-old kids, so they do what they want to do. And he got this idea he wanted to tighten his jersey, so he had it taken to a customized place. And the customized place, obviously, as you can imagine, made it way too tight. And his girlfriend can't even wear it without pads. So his grandmother ended up spending $60 to get these 2 jerseys repaired, and neither one of them work. So now she gets to pay $160 for 2 new ones, which is a funny story since we're 2-0. If we're 0-2, I'd be livid.
Oh, yeah. Well, next, we'll get back to stats here. C.J. Hunt with 6 receptions and 81 yards.
CJ did a good job. He had a little hiccup earlier in the day in school, but his stats probably would have been a lot better if he hadn't had that little thing happen. But hopefully he'll stay there or get a little better. And again, it'd be nice to get him up to about 100 yards.
Mark Ballard, 3 receptions, 28 yards.
Mark did a good job. He's getting better at catching the ball. He just sometimes, you know, he's worried too much about catching, not getting a few yards after the catch, which is good. I mean, you want him to catch the ball first, but if he can get a few yards after the catch, his stats would look a lot better too.
Defensively, we have Tyreek Robinson, 5 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss.
Tariq and Jay there, both playing inside backer. They're going to both be playing this Friday. They did a heck of a job, and this week we're hoping they do the same thing, but they did a good job Friday. And Bass there, you know, you can't argue with 2 interceptions. I mean, those are momentum shifters, so if any kid that can get 2 of those a game, I mean, you got to take that for sure.
So overall, were you pleased with the Hawks' performance Friday night?
I was most proud of our fast start. You know, you don't want to come out flat and then have to be struggling the whole game to get a victory against a poor team. And I think we did that. We came out and set a statement early, and hopefully it'll just transition on to this week.
How long has it been since Southside started 2-0?
2-0. Last time was, I'm a math guy. I'm supposed to know this faster, but I don't. 2009, we came out, we beat O'Bine, and we beat Lexington. I think that's the last year we beat Lexington. We started 2-0, but we lost against, I'm lying, that's 8. 2008, beat O'Bine, beat Lexington, lost to Liberty. We're up to Liberty 22-6 at the half, and they came back and beat us 24-22. And that's the last time.
Started 2-0.
Yeah, last time we started 2-0.
Too much thinking for you here.
That's all right. I'm good.
Thanks, Coach. There's a short commercial break. We'll preview the McNairy Central Bobcats.
My name is Justice Faust. I'm a freshman here at Jackson State, and my major is mass communications. The community college really focuses on academics, and that's what I needed. We have the Academic Assistance Center, we have the library, we have the Student Union building. All of the teachers are helpful. It seems like here at this community college, everybody really cares about getting you to where you need to go.
Jackson State. Stay close. Go far.
Welcome back to the Hawk Zone. Coach, we will now preview the McNairy Central Bobcats, who your Hawks will face this Friday night.
McNairy is our first team that we're playing that's actually beat somebody. The only teams we've beat have not got any wins. They're 1-1. They beat Scotts Hill, and they lost to Chester County. They're bigger than us. Our speed's close to the same. But by size, they do outweigh us quite a bit per man. They run about 9 or 10 people in the box, so we're going to try to do the same thing on defense. Good thing about this week, I think, is the fact that we're going against our 3rd defense of the year, which, as you can see from the clip, they're all in there together. So it's our 3rd defense we've prepared for this year, and we did good on the last 2, so it should transition here.
Can you talk about the injuries they've had, or do you know anything about the injuries in there?
They've got a few injuries that we originally thought they were going to be Veer, just like O'Brien was 2 weeks ago. But I actually saw one of their kids get his knee messed up live, and it was a pretty awful hit for him. And they've got 2 backs that are done for the year, so they had to switch offenses. And that's why they're doing this type of, it's more of a Huntington type offense where they put a lot of people at the point of attack and just try to get as many blockers there and move the pile forward. So we got to stay low and keep our feet driving.
Okay. Look like they had some bigger backs as well.
They do. Their number 31 will be probably the best back we've faced all year. He runs hard. On tape, it looks like he runs high like Eddie George used to for the Titans, but he does cover some ground pretty quick.
Thanks, Coach. What do you expect overall from the guys this Friday?
I expect us to play pretty good defensively, and again, it's the best team we played, so as long as we can hang with them first half and just put it on the second half, I think we should be fine.
Also, I want to ask you why you said we were going to lose last week.
Because the way we practiced, I thought we would lose. We practiced like we were playing ping pong, and we didn't end up playing ping pong Friday night, thank goodness.
Thanks, Coach, and thanks for your time. We'll see you back next week for week 3 of high school football. Go Hawks.
All right. Let's hope we can brag again next week.